Education stakeholders in Kenya are working towards raising awareness about learning disabilities, including the signs and symptoms to watch out for to avoid misdiagnosis. As the world marks Learning Disabilities Awareness Month, experts say many learning disabilities can be managed if diagnosed early. CGTN's Kiruki Juma reports.
Within this setting of children, it's difficult to tell who has a learning disability. But Dr. Joe Omolo, a psychologist who conducts psychometric tests, says it takes a keen eye.
Say on the social front, the child is appearing quite normal. They can engage, they play, they run around, they can actually speak quite well, they are eloquent and everything. But then when it comes to reading something or reproducing something they're supposed to have learned, then you can start seeing that they're not really at par.
Dr. Omolo says learning disabilities are neurological disorders with genetic and/or environmental aspects. They become more pronounced after a child is introduced into the formal learning environment.
This, of course, is relative to their peers of the same age and maybe the same class, that they are significantly lagging behind or struggling.
Learning disabilities include dyslexia, which is difficulty in reading, dyscalculia, challenges in maths, and dysgraphia, difficulty in writing, among others. The most common, according to Dr. Omolo, is dyslexia. Findings from Europe and the USA indicate that at least 1 in every 5 learners has dyslexia. 70% of children with dyslexia also present with attention deficit hyperactive disorder, or ADHD.
So to distinguish them from the other kids would take that special trained eye, and so that's on the most part what very often the teachers lack.
The most obvious signs with dyslexia, according to Dr. Omolo, is the child may confuse letters like B and D, flip numbers like 6 and 9, and may write the letter L in the opposite direction.
And that is where a good, comprehensive and thorough psychological evaluation becomes all important, because then it will help you to make not just a diagnosis, but also gives you a description of exactly what particular area is wrong. Which one goes there?
The psychological test assesses intelligence, verbal and non-verbal ability, and achievement of performance relative to grade and age. Eva Nyoike, the chairperson of the Kenya Private Schools Association Special Needs Education Subcommittee and the proprietor of ACON Special Tutorials in Nairobi's Dagoretti area, says failure to assess a child correctly can lead to the wrong interventions.
So the challenge comes here with, are the teachers equipped to work with them? Are the teachers equipped to make that diagnosis? Are the teachers equipped to appreciate that the child is not just refusing to do their work, they're not just being lazy, is that there's something else that is going on?
Understanding what learning disabilities are can make the difference between a child excelling or failing at school. So knowing what a child is struggling with is important in creating an environment where a teacher and a parent can work together in supporting the child. Kiruki Juma, CGTN, Nairobi, Kenya.